Life is a game, and money is how we keep score. Making money online is simple, and if you understand it's a game, it's a lot more fun. Trust me, I've been there. And when I experienced this mental shift, it was quite literally a game changer. Work has always been very serious business, but I'm going to teach you the great YouTube game, where we trade in outdated business models like negative sum games for newer, fresher, modern strategies for creating positive sum revenue streams. And just like a game, there are different levels for you to build up your empire. What most people don't realize is the great YouTube game is a positive sum game. What this means is if I win, you win. We can grow and make money together. Now let's learn the rules so we can play and win together. There are two kinds of players in life: consumers and producers. Consumers are NPCs. An NPC is a non-player character in a game, which means they don't do much. Producers, these are the people that step up and play to win. I'm going to show you how you can transform from a consumer to a producer. The wise words of Ted Turner: life is a game and money is how we keep score. Ted Turner was a media entrepreneur who built his empire by turning a struggling TV station in the 70s into one of the first truly independent and profitable stations in the whole of the United States in just 3 years. The old way of doing business. For me to win, you have to lose. This is a negative sum game and leads people to believe that in order for me to win, someone else has to lose. This is such a limited way of thinking. The new way of doing business is a positive sum game. If I do well, then what people used to call my competitors also do well. If people watch my YouTube videos, then other creators in my space get more views by having their videos in suggested. Win-win, and we can grow together. You need to make this shift in your thinking to understand that we're all working together, that we can all grow together, and we can collaborate and benefit from each other as we grow together. This is the exciting new digital economy. Let's look at the big picture of this new economy. Humans have a desire and a need they want to fulfill. Where is the most attention? It's on their phone, in the form of social media. Creators can then capture this attention and direct it towards a product that attends to the desire of the people. And this is how money is made in the game. Now let me share with you a simplified version of the first 10 levels of the great YouTube game. For full details, you can have a look at the full guide in the description. Let's get clarity. Get crystal clear clarity of exactly what you want to get out of this game. This game is designed to help you learn the skills that you need in order to level up in the game and make money. But first, you need to define your why. Why do you want to do this? What will money do for you? What do you want to achieve by learning these skills? And the most important, what is enough for you? Now you need to do this the old school way, with a pen and paper. Find a place you can sit down and write out the answers to all these questions. Start to understand your driving forces and what's going to motivate you to level up in the game. Some of the levels are really hard, and you need a strong why to overcome the how. Find a market and a product. When you first start out in the game, you want to start out on an easy level. To do this, you need to find a product to sell and a market that actually wants to buy your product. You can go out and do this research yourself and test to see if the market likes your product. But this takes a lot of time. It took me over 4 years. I've created a shortcut for you, a cheat sheet if you like. You can use my product and the market that I've found, which are hungry buyers. It's easy to sell hot dogs to starving customers. Let me explain. I've built this product, the great YouTube game. The market is hungry for a guide on a system of how they can get started and make their first $100 on YouTube. And they love case studies. And you can become the best case study that we've ever had in our game. Now listen carefully, because this is what you need to do. Go through the entire course, take notes on what you learn, then come back and go through the course a second time and start taking action on what you learn. Take action by practicing your new skills to level up in the game. Then you'll have a product and a market that wants to buy your product without having to spend the 4 years developing it. Level 3, use the product. Now this is a really crucial step. You can't sell a product when you don't have the results to show. You need to use the product, show how it works. Then it's an easy sell for you because you are the proof in the pudding. Now don't skip this step. It's really crucial to your success. Storytelling is an essential skill for you to learn on your road to your first $100 in sales. A great story follows the hero's journey. The hero's journey is a classic story structure popularized by Joseph Campbell in his 1949 work, The Hero with 1,000 Faces. It outlines a common pattern of stages many heroes undergo throughout the world's mythological tales. Here's a brief summary of the stages in the hero's journey. The ordinary world. This is the hero's everyday life and setting before the adventure starts. Think Peter Parker from Spider-Man, the skinny, nerdy senior. The call to adventure, an event or a challenge that disrupts the ordinary world, prompting the hero to begin their quest. A spider snacks on Peter and passes on some pretty epic skills. Refusal of the call. Due to fear or uncertainty, the hero initially hesitates or declines the challenge or quest. Peter declines to use his powers to stop the robber who interfered with the wrestling tournament, which results in Peter's uncle dying. Meeting with the mentor. The hero encounters someone who provides advice, training, or magical tools to help on the journey. Cue Aunt May at Peter's graduation. Crossing the first threshold, the hero commits to the quest and steps into the unknown. A new world with rules and challenges. Peter's the crime-fighting spider of New York, tests allies and enemies. As the hero journeys through this new world, they face a series of challenges, meet allies, and confront adversaries. Green Goblin, Mary Jane, and Harry, and all the other interesting little bits of the tale approach to the inmost cave. The hero nears the central crisis of their adventure and prepares for their main challenge, that Thanksgiving scene when his enemy realizes who Peter is. The ordeal. The hero confronts their greatest fear or enemy, undergoing a kind of death and rebirth, emerging transformed. Auntie May is attacked and Spider-Man risks being exposed. The reward, seizing the sword. After overcoming the ordeal, the hero achieves the goal they set out for, whether it's an object, knowledge, or personal insight. Peter finally gets some action. No wait, they just hold hands. The road back. With reward in hand, the hero must now return to the ordinary world, often pursued by remnants of the forces they defy. Green Goblin captures his beloved, Resurrection. As the hero returns home, they face a final test or showdown, further solidifying their transformation. Peter smashes the Green Goblin and restores order. The hero returns to the ordinary world, but is now changed, bearing some form of knowledge, wisdom, or treasure that can benefit their community. Peter's a changed man, and he's also stoked because Mary Jane loves him. The hero's journey structure will be your go-to story to tell new prospects. Communication and DMs. Talking to people that are the ideal prospects is the best way for you to fast-track your success. These details are beyond the scope of this video, but what you need to do is find out where your prospects spend most of their time and get onto these platforms and start talking to them. Start connecting with them and start sending them messages sparking a conversation. If you need conversation starters and a step-by-step process on how to do this, you can get all this in the course, The Great YouTube Game. Speak with your prospects. Turning it up a notch. Once you have a good conversation going, ask your prospects if they want to jump on a call to have a chat. This is where you can really get to know someone. Understand their unique situation. What are their hopes and dreams? What do they want out of life? What are they struggling with? What obstacles are they facing? How can you help them overcome those obstacles? What their problems are, what they're struggling with. Really get to understand them so you can work out how you can help them. Your first sale is always going to be your hardest. You're going to feel imposter syndrome, and it's okay to feel this way. My dad helped me learn sales, and his advice to me was, think of it differently. If you have a really good product that's going to help people, then if you don't sell it to them, you're actually doing them a disservice. Think about it. You'd be letting them down if you don't sell them the product that's going to help them solve their problem. You can't do that. So get out there and start selling to people that you can really help. Level 8, make 3 sales. Now that you have your first sale under your belt, you need to level up and get better at selling so that you can increase your conversions. Your next aim is to make 3 sales. What does this mean? Let's think about how you're playing this game. If you can convert 1 to 3% of your leads into customers, then you're doing pretty well. Let's say you convert 1% of your leads into sales, and that's still a pretty good conversion rate. That means you need to talk to 300 prospects in order to make 3 sales. So if you're only speaking to 10 people a day, don't expect results anytime soon. If you want to hop onto the fast track, start speaking to 100 prospects a day. That means it's only going to take you 3 days to make your 3 sales. That's a huge difference, and now you can see that it's just a numbers game. My advice, speak to as many new prospects as you can in a day. Because as you speak to more people, you will get better and your conversion rate will increase, which means you'll reach your sales target faster. What gets measured gets monitored, and this is all just a numbers game. Measure your actions and inputs. This is what will create the outcomes you desire. The chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are external, not under my control, and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Epictetus. The choices you control are the actions you take and how many times you take those actions. Focus on measuring these 2 key performance indicators in order to guarantee your success. Level 10, make $100 profit. Now, to ensure we meet our main goal of making $100 profit using the skills that we've learned to level up in the game, ask yourself, have you taken the actions you need to take in order to make $100 profit? Have you become the kind of person you need to become in order to be the person that can make $100 profit? If not, go back and see what level you need to revisit to refine and improve your skills. Or do you just need to take more action? Inside the course, we give you the full action plan on how to go from making your first dollar to making your first $100. Are you ready to stop being a non-player character and start playing to win? Then you'll find a link to the great YouTube game in the description down below. Let's play.